Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome back to Crypto Cashflow. In this video, we're going to be talking about something extremely bullish. I'm talking delicious. If you're holding any of these tokens, any of these coins, you might be in for a delicious ride. This news is coming straight out of Japan from Binance. We have some really important things to discuss, so you know how we roll here. No fluff, no fill. Let's get right into this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera on over here, and we're going to talk about this post that we have from the Satoshi Club that CZ himself went ahead and reposted. We're going to look at a couple other things as well. But Binance Japan is set to list 13 more tokens on November 27th. The 13 new tokens are Ape, ARB, EOS, Gala, GRT, Graph, HBAR, IMX, Clay, LSK, Mana, Near, OP, and Render. Now, this is extremely bullish. We're going to go ahead and come over to this article and just read a little bit about this. Binance Japan, like we just said, is set to list 13 more tokens, including Near Optimism and Arbitrum. So Binance Japan is set to list 13 more tokens, bringing its total to 47, the highest number in the country as claimed by the exchange. The 13 tokens are Hedera, Hashgraph, HBAR, and we just read these off. Binance Japan said that all 13 tokens are already listed on other registered exchanges in Japan, are classified as eligible tokens for a simplified assessment process by the self-regulatory body in Japan, the Japan Virtual and Crypto Asset Exchange Association. This is another big step towards our ambition to offer 100 tokens. That's their goal, to offer 100 tokens in Japan, said Takashi Chino. I hope I said that right. Forgive me if I didn't. General Manager of Binance Japan. In a statement, we will continue striving to enrich our service offerings in Japan by leveraging our global expertise and our leading blockchain ecosystems. Binance Japan was launched in August following Binance's acquisition of the local licensed crypto exchange, Sakura Exchange Bitcoin, in November 22nd, subsequently renaming it. The move marked Binance's re-entry into Japan after the country's financial regulator had warned it operating without permission of 2021. So they pretty much covered everything that I was going to say, that that exchange has been in Japan for quite some time. It was acquired by, and let me just search the screen over here. It was acquired by Binance, and now they are offering those tokens, which is extremely bullish because we're holding a lot of those tokens, especially Gala. Extremely bullish on the HBARs, the apes as well, right? And I'm just going to read off a little bit more stuff here. So as far as like the benefits go here, market expansion and accessibility, right? Binance's Japan listing of these tokens potentially opens up a broader market for them in Japan, given the fact that actually exchanges like Coinbase and Kraken have exited the Japanese market. So it can make it a competitive landscape for those people in Japan and anybody that is using Binance as a whole. I'm going to bring the screen back over here. I'm just going to check some of these tokens out. So let's go ahead and look at Ape, for example, and let's look at the potential, right? So as you all know on this channel, we don't name prices, right? We don't say it's going to go here, it's going to go there. What we like to do is look at data and make data-driven decisions on these things, right? And also another thing to mention, we've said this in many videos, and we're going to keep repeating this because we have new people that are watching our videos all the time, but just looking at the all-time high is not good enough, right? Looking at this and saying, oh, wow, this coin went to $23. Maybe I should invest into it, and maybe it's going to go back to $23, right? In the best case possible, that will happen. But the worst case possible is that won't happen, and that happens on most cryptocurrencies. But how do we deter that? How do we determine whether or not this is something that we need to be investing into? Well, we go look at the team. We look at the website. We look at the utility, the problem that they're solving. We look at what the community is saying. We look at how well they have been building in this bear market. All of these are signs and indicators as to whether or not this project is going to keep going up, right? On a totally unrelated topic, I'm going to bring this over here real quick, and I'm going to go to this token right here. Has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but this is the best example that I could possibly think of a project not going back to its all-time high, right? So if we look at the all-time high here, you would look at this and be like, okay, well, maybe this is a good project. Without any research, you look at this and you say, it could possibly go back up here. But this right here is just, it's flatlining, right? This project is absolutely dead. Some of the signs that we would have been able to tell from that is the things that we just discussed, right? Looking at the team, the website, utility, the problem that they're solving. And we were there throughout the whole time that they were building, right? They were making big promises. It looked amazing. Like the website, everything looked like the glitz and glam, whatever you call it, however you say it. It looked incredible. But the leadership behind this project was absolutely horrible, and that's why it died. They weren't communicating, the team just sucked, and this thing is never going back up. So that's why it's important to do your research before making any sort of investment decision, even off of news like this right here, right? Obviously, they're not going to list coins on their platform that they don't believe that are also going to succeed, but it's important to double down on those things. So going back over here, looking at this, now with that in mind, we can look at the potential all-time highs on some of these coins and say, okay, yeah, it could probably do that. So looking at ApeCoin, we can see it's at $1.44 right now. Could go back to $23.64, right? Let's go over and look at HBAR. All-time high for this was, what do we got? So we're sitting at like 6 cents right now. And also the all-time highs on here may not be so accurate. I know on like CoinStats or CoinRank, it's definitely more accurate. The numbers are higher, but we're seeing like 47 cents here. What else do we have on the list? Let's look at the list. Boom, $1.12 right now. Back in the bull market, what were we sitting at? Actually, 2018. That was some time ago. Where's 2020? Looking at 2020. 2021 actually is sat at $6.09. So this is actually another good example, right? So we can see that even from here, it was way higher, like 2018 down here, it came even lower, $29. But in the bull market, it didn't really reach that all-time high again, right? So a lot of people before this even happened could have been looking at this and could have bought into it and been like, okay, it may go back to $29, but really it peaked at $8.04. So if you had bought in that hoping that it would have gone back there without doing your research ahead of time, you wouldn't have known that it wouldn't have gone back there. So that's why it's good to do your research. Now, I know nothing about LSK. I'm gonna just be transparent about that. So I don't know why it didn't go back to its all-time high. There's a lot of things that could have played into that. You have to do your research. Now, we're just going to look at a couple more, and then we're just going to close this thing out because there's not too much to talk about on this end of things. But I just want to look at the potential of these coins. And not only that, a lot of people are thinking that potentially these things could blast off when they do get on those exchanges. I have no idea if they will or not. Typically, like on Coinbase and Binance listings, we see dumps and then pumps. Sometimes we even just see pumps and then dumps. I don't know what's going to happen. What I do know is that we're not in a bull market yet. We're seeing signs of that, right? We're still in a bear market, so I think it's important to still stay cautious. But what I will say is that if you favor any of these tokens, if you go back and do your research on any of these, make sure that you are dollar cost averaging into the market and not throwing everything that you have into the marketplace, okay? So looking at Mana, going back to the all-time high, $4.08, right? Looks juicy. Looks freaking juicy. Would have to do your research. One more that we're going to look at, my all-time. Got to end it on this, though, right? Got to end it on this. Now, I'm going to have to make this screen big for this one, y'all. I just got to look at you in the face, okay? The reason that we talk about Gala so much on this channel is because we love singular focus. We have love for all the other cryptos out there. We have a ton of them in our portfolio as well. We're going to be covering some of them, too. But we are so obsessed with Gala. We're not in love. We're not married to it. If anything ever happened with Gala, if anything happened that we thought was bad, that would hinder the success of the project, we would tell you all, and we would be pulling out of this thing just as fast as anybody else would be pulling out of it, right? But we haven't had any signs. They're clearly the leader when it comes to blockchain gaming, music, and film, and leading the way when it comes to connectivity on their layer 1 blockchain. So we're going to end it on this note. We're going to come on over. So we're sitting just below like 3 cents, not even like 2.4 right now. The all-time high for this is 84 cents. It's not showing on here. Now, one reason I think that Gala can absolutely, and I'm getting out of my chair for this. I'm jumping up and down on my chair for this. The reason that I think Gala can go back to his all-time high is because they have been building like freaking crazy. They have been building like crazy, an immense amount of products, NFTs, different partnerships that they've been bringing on, different games that they have been delivering, different music that they've been delivering, film that they've been delivering on, their layer 1 blockchain. People are talking about their layer 1 blockchain now. If we come over here to Google, so excited, can't even type, and type in Gala layer 1 blockchain. Let's see what we got. Actually, let's just go to galachain.com. Let's just go here. So right now they have people, you can go here and actually sign up to build on their blockchain. I'm not going to say that everybody's going to get approved, right? We obviously want quality, high quality builders on here to make this what it's going to be. But they're discussing it now. It's out there. And a lot of people don't know this about Gala as well because they're going to have a layer 1 blockchain. What does that mean? Let's go look at something like Ethereum. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to get to this price. Don't get excited. Hold your horses. And if you got one, give one to me because I want one. You see it in the background. All right, so we're looking at Ethereum. It's sitting at $2,052 right now. Now, I'm not saying that Gala is going to do this, right? But what I'm saying is it's going to do things like this as far as people building on top of its platform, decentralized applications, like MetaMask and Uniswap and all these different protocols that are out there building on top of it. All these NFT projects that launch, all these different cryptos that you see building on top of Ethereum, it's going to look the same way for Gala Chain. It's going to look the same way. So people are going to come, they're going to launch tokens, they're going to launch NFTs, they're going to build different applications. And all of these things are going to require Gala. And all of these things are going to be burned as things are happening and bridged and sent out to the nodes. What does that happen to the value of Gala? It sends it up in price. That's what happens. So I'm excited to see what happens with that. Just coming back over here to this, I didn't even mean to make this video this long, but I just get so excited when I start talking about crypto and anything related to Gala games. So with that said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and close it out here. Crypto Cash Flow family, if you got value out of this video, if you'll do us just one favor and drop that like and subscribe and make sure to share this out to somebody if you got value because it helps the algo and helps us get this information out to other people. So with that said, we appreciate each and every single one of you all, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.